The actions of Beijing.
We absolutely condemn the PRC's decision to ban BBC World News. The PRC maintains one of the most controlled, most oppressive, least free information spaces in the world. It's troubling that as the PRC restricts outlets and platforms from operating freely in China, Beijing's leaders use free and open media environments overseas to promote misinformation.
From the USA Radio News Texas Bureau, I'm John Clemens.
It's time for Farm and Ranch Headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. This season, get medieval on peanut white mold with the powerful protection of the all-new Excalia fungicide from Valent USA. With superior staying power, Excalia keeps your peanuts from being conquered by white mold, even under heavy pressure. Ask your local retailer or visit valent.com/Excalia to learn more. Well, peanut farmers are trying to make plans for the new marketing year and determine how many acres they'd like to plant or need to plant for their local buying point. The problem is, and maybe not a problem, is the high price of other commodities. Corn and cotton doing well this year and is competing for land for peanut farmers. Contract looks like on runner type peanuts, $4.75 per ton is being offered. Add another $25 if you're providing seed production. Add another $25 if you're irrigated, or maybe another $25 for production of high oleic peanuts. Some shellers offer the $4.25 pool-type peanuts. Another one is offering a portion, maybe the first 50% of the peanuts being offered, the others waiting on the market for later.
This season, get medieval on peanut white mold with the powerful protection of all-new Excalia fungicide from Valent USA. Here to shield your peanuts from the treachery of white mold, Excalia delivers excellent staying power, keeping your peanuts from being conquered, even under heavy pressure. Stay one step ahead of peanut white mold with the powerful protection of Excalia. Ask your retailer or visit valent.com/Excalia. Always read and follow label instructions.
This season, get medieval on peanut white mold with the powerful protection of the all-new Excalia fungicide from Valent USA. With superior staying power, Excalia keeps your peanuts from being conquered by white mold, even under heavy pressure. So ask your local retailer or visit valent.com/Excalia to learn more. I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 81 to 85. Cloudy and mild tonight, low 65 to 69. Then cloudy on Saturday with a thunderstorm in spots in the afternoon and a high of 80 to 85. Cloudy on Sunday, a couple of showers and a thunderstorm and a high of 81 to 85. Passing shower Monday morning, thunderstorms in the afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Waldron.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday, an overcast Friday. The sun's trying to make an appearance. Going to be a warm one out there today. Going to be in the mid-80s for a high. In Ocala, 9:07 right now in Ocala. The weather right now is 70 degrees and cloudy. You can expect a 30% chance of rain today, high of 81. low of 64 tonight. 79 tomorrow with a 70% chance of rain. 75 Sunday with an 85% chance of rain. So Saturday and Sunday looks like we're going to be dodging raindrops. Galen Unoff says we're going to be dodging raindrops today, but I hope not. I hope not. Hey, I want to give you some good news for a couple people. The Public Education Foundation of Marion County has a new leader starting Monday. Megan Magamal, she'll head the nationally ranked foundation and its flagship programs, including the Golden Apple Teacher Recognition Program, Tools for Teaching, Take Stock in Children, and Grants for Great Ideas, among others. Judy Zanetti, that's been the executive officer since 2012. She retires at end of work today. Zanetti joined the foundation following 8 years, as you know, as an elected member of the Marion County School Board. She was a kindergarten teacher before that in the district. Megan started as a student advocate at the foundation in 2004. 8 years later, in 2012, she became the program coordinator of Take Stock in Children. That's doubled the impact of the program, often leading outreach efforts, including the Classics Golf Tournament, S'mores 5K, and other fundraising events. The nonprofit Public Education Foundation of Marion County was started in 1987. Its mission was to financially and materially support Marion County Public Schools, its students and teachers. 6 directors have led the foundation and has handed out millions of dollars in grants, awards, scholarships, and free school supplies. And Judy Zanetti is stepping down as that director, and Megan Magamal is coming in as the new director on Monday. So congratulations and thanks to Judy Zanetti for all she's done in this community as a teacher, a school board member, and then the director of the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. And congratulations to Megan Magamal, who I promise you will do a fantastic job. I know Megan, I know her husband, and if she can, deal with the intricacies of her husband, then believe me, she's going to be great at this job. Kidding, Magamal. I'm kidding. I'm just giving you grief. Your wife's going to do a good job, though, as the new director of the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. They do the Golden Apple Teacher Program, the Tools for Teaching, Take Stock in Children, Grant for Great Ideas, among other things. So congratulations, Megan, for becoming the new director on Monday of the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. If you want to get involved with them, the Public Education Foundation of Marion County, contact them at 352-671-4167. Again, if you want to get involved with the Public Education Foundation, give them a call for more information at 352-671-4167. I don't know if you heard in the news break or not, but it is now being reported that there were 9,000 more deaths than were originally reported in New York State of people that went to assisted living facilities after they were diagnosed with COVID. When they were released from the hospital, they were sent to assisted living facilities, and right into a area of people who were highly susceptible to dying from this pandemic. 40% more than the New York State originally give you as a number passed away because of Governor Cuomo sending them to assisted living facilities. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Tom, we didn't know a whole lot about it then and everything. Common sense says if you got sick people and they're dying from this illness, don't send them to an assisted living facility where other people have immune issues and just, recovering from surgeries and maybe dying from. My mother was in assisted living facilities the last 3 years of her life. I wouldn't have wanted anybody with COVID to be put in my mother's facility. She was dying of COPD, a respiratory illness. She didn't need somebody with COVID coming in to, convalesce at the same place she was living. But that's what happened in New York. Now, I know that didn't happen here in Florida. Governor DeSantis said that wouldn't happen in Florida, and it has not. But when do we start maybe investigating negligence? You know, we're all so fired up to make sure we impeach President Trump, and who's no longer a sitting president. We're wasting taxpayers' dollars left and right doing that in Washington. Your taxpayer dollars, by the way. And that's on some trumped up, no pun intended, some trumped up charges by the House that Donald Trump's speech led to people rioting in the Capitol. Now, it's up to you whether you believe that speech directly led to people's insurgents at the Capitol. Whatever happened to that speech, what they did at the Capitol was abhorrent and should never be allowed. And they should be prosecuted. Everybody that can should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But sending people with COVID-19, positive COVID-19, into assisted living facilities where there's a vulnerable population, that's criminal as well. In my opinion, that's as criminal as the insurgents at the Capitol building. You knowingly sent people with a respiratory disease that would kill you into assisted living facilities with populations that were highly at risk. And then you underreported how many deaths? By 40%. You know, the silent majority needs to stop being silent. You need to start holding these people accountable. The governors in these states that are holding the economies of these states hostage. You need to start holding accountable the House of Representatives and senators who are, instead of doing the business of the country, are wasting time trying to get a guy who is probably never going to run for office again anyway. The only thing they're trying to accomplish is making sure that he can't run for office again. Remember, we're not talking about a spring chicken here. He probably not going to run for office again. Somebody sent me a meme yesterday that made me think. And it was about what we do as voters. And this is true whether it's on the national level, the state level, or the county and city level. And we forget it sometimes, that we don't remember it. And we need to remember it. And I'm going to pull it up here. It goes, this is the meme somebody sent me. Dear American citizen, please stop referring to your elected officials as our leaders. We do not answer to them. They are merely our representatives, and they should be reminded of that fact often. That speaks volumes to me, because sometimes I think we think that once they're elected, they're our leaders. They're not our leaders. They're our employees. Yeah. Let's take it. Let's look at it on a local level. Carl Zalek, Kathy Bryant, Jeff Gold, Craig Curry, and Michelle Stone. The 5 county commissioners that sit at McPherson and make decisions on a weekly basis that affect us as taxpayers, affects us as citizens of Marion County. They're not in charge of us, folks. They work for us. You always hear, when you watch old shows about the president and all, you always hear the staff of the president say, I work at the pleasure of the president of the United States. The 5 county commissioners work at the pleasure of their constituency. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Your county commissioners, your city councilmen, your mayor, your state legislature, state house members, your state senate members, your congressmen, congresswomen, your senators, your president, your vice president, all the cabinet members, they work at the pleasure of the taxpayer. They're our employees. They're not our leaders. They're not there to make us and tell us what to do, when to do, and how to do it. We duly elected them in a democratic republic. This is not a democracy. It's a democratic republic. We elected them to make decisions for us because of our mass with 370 million people. You can't have a town hall meeting where everybody comes together and votes on every issue. So we, in a democratic republic, select people, vote them to go do that decision making for us. And they're supposed to do it the way we would like them to do it. And sometimes I think we forget that. We're the employer. Politicians are the employee. Good morning, caller. You're on Ocala Talks.
Yeah, good morning. Yes, in Marion County, both in the school board and the county commission, we have a system of districts where where to represent the district, you must live in the district. But, and this is the way it's been since I've lived in Marion County, you have to run county-wide.
Yes.
I have to get, so if a little man wants to run for county commission or school board, he has to get 1% of 200,000 registered signatures instead of 1% of the district.
Right.
So
because it's the entire county, they're making even though
have a district system, why don't you have the
here's why
person elected in the district instead of the whole county?
Well, here's why. In a county like Marion County, they have to live in their district, but they make decisions that affect the county wide. Now, it's only 5 people. When you start to, but they have to live in the district to be a House of Representatives, but they represent their district. Because of the vast size of the United States, you have to represent individual districts. Marion County, though, is one county, so even though they have to live in the district, they represent the entire county, which is much smaller in the grand scheme of things than representing a district on the national level. But I understand what you're saying. If they live in the district, they should only have to worry about the voters in that district. That's not how it's set up in Florida. That's not how the constitutional laws are set up in Florida. But I understand your thoughts, Jim. I really do. And by the way, for those that don't know, when it comes to the Constitution, Jim is a constitutionalist that believes I don't want to put words in your mouth, Jim, but you believe it's the most important document we have, period. Is that right?
Amen. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And have a good morning, everybody.
Thanks, Jim. But it still goes back to my point that they work for us. We're the employer. They're the employee. We don't work for them. If I was a New York citizen, I would do everything I could to start a movement to hold Mario Cuomo, or not Mario, but, Governor Cuomo. I forget what all the Cuomos now are, I would do to hold Governor Cuomo accountable for these deaths, especially now that it's being reported. It was underreported by 40%. I don't know. Just my take. We'll be back after this short timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Love is in the air because it's Valentine's week, and that means everything's coming up roses at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. The colors are brilliant, the selection is huge, and the prices are terrific. Starting with Bob's own Easy Care Drift Roses at $22.99. And listen, Bob Wines has your favorite hybrid tea and climbing roses for just $35.99. Other deals this Valentine's week: bearing citrus trees as low as $59.99. Spring veggies in the jumbo 4-pack, still just $3.99.